All right, so continuing our examples here, we're still working on that word problem. So this time it's a different friend, and it's going to be at a distance. Distance is equal to the absolute value of 80 minus 5t. We have a couple of questions in here. So what does 80 in the equation represent? What does the 5 in the equation represent? And then at what times is she 60 feet from you? Okay, so in this scenario, 80, okay, 80 is the distance that we are, 80 is the initial distance that you are from where she started, okay? And then 5 is her speed as to how fast she is skating towards you, okay? So 80 is like your marker from the number line. And so from there, that is to get the distance, it will be based on your position and then the speed that she is skating from, okay, the speed that she is skating on, whatever distance she's able to travel based on her speed, and then that distance should be 60 feet from you, okay? So again, this is our visualization. So you have your friend, you are here, and this friend is going towards you. The question is, at what time will she be 60 feet from you? And then she passed by you another 60 feet over here, okay? So it's like 80 is the reference distance, your initial distance from your friend when he or she starts skating towards you, okay? So from our equation here, according to this, the distance that we are looking at is 60. So 60 should be the absolute value of 80 minus 5t. So we're looking for t again. And as you can see, our absolute value expression is already isolated. It's already by itself. So we can proceed into getting our values here. So remember, how can we get an absolute value of 60? Inside the absolute value symbol could either be a positive 60 or a negative 60. And so that is what we are going to equate this expression to, okay? So we have an 80 minus 5t, could be a positive 60, or it could also be 80 minus 5t could also be equal to negative 60, okay? So solving for t, we can subtract 80 on both sides, subtract 80, so you will get a negative 5t is equal to negative 20, and then you divide by negative 5 on both sides, and you will get, so divide this by negative 5, divide this by negative 5, t is going to be 4. So at 4 seconds, she's approaching, your friend is approaching you. After 4 seconds, from 80 feet, okay? After 4 seconds, she'll be 60 feet from you, okay? The other time is when she passed by you already. So we subtract 80, we subtract 80 over here. So this is going to be negative 5t is equal to negative 140, okay? And so if you divide, this is going to be divided by negative 5, divided by negative 5. Oops, sorry, my bad. Okay, so t is going to be equal to, so this will be negative 14, 14 divided by 5, that's going to be a 2. Okay, and then you have a 40, so it's going to be at 8. So after 28 seconds, she will also be, how do you call this? She will be, your friend will be 60 feet from you. Okay, all right. So this time, okay, this time we have a possibility of having no solution. So how would we know if there is no solution? Okay, so remember, our goal is to isolate the absolute value expression first, okay? Anything that is outside of the absolute value needs to go away, all right? Make sure that the absolute value expression stays by itself, Okay, so if we need to isolate our absolute value, so you can imagine this is like 3x, this is our variable, okay, so it's like 3x plus 12. All right, so which will you work on first? Is it the 3 or the 12? Okay, so we always start with subtraction or addition first, so we will be subtracting 12 here, so this is gone, minus 12. And so our expression now is going to be 3 times 2z plus 9. Absolute value of that is equal to 10 and negative 12. That's going to be negative 2. All right? And so this time, we just need to remove that 3 in the front. You do not, okay, we do not distribute into an absolute value. Again, do not distribute into absolute value. Nope, never. Okay, I am highlighting that they are all in caps lock. Okay, so this would be, you divide the whole thing by 3. Okay, you divide the whole thing by 3. This is a fraction. Just chill a little bit, okay? So now, our expression now is the absolute value of 2z plus 9 is equal to, what is our left side, our right side now? Negative 2 over 3. Now, are we going to proceed? Are we still going to proceed or no? There's no need to proceed. Why? Going back, whatever is inside the absolute value, let me just write it down here, okay? Remember, when whatever is inside this absolute value symbol, the absolute value is always a positive number. Okay, so if you have absolute value of something equals 25, you know that this could be positive 25, it could be negative 25. But take a look at our given now. The absolute value of this expression needs to be negative 2/3. Is there a way for us to get an absolute value that is a negative? Never, okay? Because absolute values are always positive. The value of any absolute value is always positive. And so because of this negative symbol here, there is no solution. Okay? So this is why you do not panic right away if you see a fraction, okay? You have to understand that when we talk about absolute value, absolute, it will always be a positive number on the other side of the equation. Okay, so this one has no solution. And so if we try this next one out, go ahead, see if we have a solution for this or no. Go ahead. All right, so just like what we did in a previous example, we need to isolate our absolute value expression. And as you can see, the right side of the equation is a negative number. And so there is no solution to this problem. All right.